Hi everyone, it's Rita. I am up in Sedona, Arizona. Thank you for joining Shine Your Inner Light. I had one of our community members ask me about the records of Christchurch, New Zealand. So I've opened those records. And as I was opening them, what I was hearing was that even like the name of Christchurch was like from a space of kind of like a small group that held very strong beliefs that were not like open to everyone. So, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm clairaudient. So when I connect into the records of the Akash, which is a vibrational history of things, I'm hearing, I'm asking questions in my head, right? And so then I'm hearing in my head responses. And so that's what I'm sharing. So sometimes it may seem like there's some dead space. So sorry about that. It's just, that's where we are. And so when I do a reading, it's kind of like that with somebody. But it's always wisdom, very guided, and it feels very knowing. And with people, it's always very loving, high energy. So, so I am hearing like seismically, like there are these like waves, in the earth there. It doesn't mean they have to be restrictive though. So it's like there's a way of going with the flow. I don't know if that makes sense. It feels like this, like an ebb and flow, ebb and flow. And sometimes we can fight against the ebb or the flow. Like we're not going with the flow. Like there's a way to come into better resonance with it. And when you do, it's that agreement of coming into resonance with it that has the ability to, move in a better flow for you. So like when we push against something we see that we feel is restrictive, we're more, we just bring that into our space. So I was hearing that a lot of the people that live there or drawn to live there have some past life stuff that they're stuck in or can move. It's almost like they're these master energies that have had these little things tied on their ankles. And so it's easy to focus on what's tied on your ankles as opposed to like trying to come up with like I've saw like flying or doing something totally different, right? Where you're not in that space of feeling like you've got any weights on your ankle. It's like you have to embrace the opposite of that energy. So like I was even seeing this vision of like expanding your heart space and then watching the little like ankle balls just go boop, and disappear without you focusing on them being heavy. It's like you focusing on something that's really amazing, like expanding your heart space. Or stuff you love doing, like swimming or, feeling like you're using your body in these amazing ways where there aren't any restrictions or any little weights. And that may be just for the beautiful soul that asked that question. That's what I'm hearing too. Because not everyone is necessarily in that space, but that might be something to kind of just play with, be conscious of and play with a little bit. Yeah, because you are an amazing soul. You're very high vibrating. You're, very expansive. You've got your heart's in the best place ever. And it's just, not listening to other people's advice or opinions and really focusing on the stuff that feels really joyful for you, and know that those things may change. So just be open to how joy flows through your life. I'm really present with that. Like, we get these impulses and when we're in a really good place to explore and do things, but that doesn't mean that's what we'll always do, because we're always evolving. There'll always be more coming in, more exciting things, more things to get excited about and experience. And, so be really in a space of just knowing, like, it's the next excitement, right? What else is going to excite me? Like, and explore whatever's exciting you, regardless of whether you could succeed or not, just explore from that place, and create. And there's like this beautiful, it almost looks like this beautiful light that comes into that area. Almost like I'm seeing like rainbow colored light coming in. Like there's a special light shining there. So just like reach out and put your hand in that energy and just let it come through you. There's a lot of support there when you really want to connect into it. And that's the case for almost so many other amazing places in the world, where you feel like there's a dichotomy or a polarity. Just means there's more to connect into when you're focusing on, the higher vibrating things, and not feeling or focusing on anything that feels restrictive for you. You're master creators, so. So there are a lot of seismic activities. There'll be more seismic activities coming with these earthquakes and things. We have to just trust all of that. It's happening, or it's going to happen around the world. New Zealand is a very old earth. It's not the oldest or anything like that, because I was actually hearing like Australia and South Africa are older, but it actually has a very it felt sort of Asian-like energy. But like Asian island energy, I guess. So it's saying, the city is saying how much it loves all the people there. It's like they're all beautiful and unique souls. There's like this overwhelming love and appreciation for the people that have chosen to live there. It wishes that you would feel that every day from it, because it's there for everyone. This beautiful energy that's there. And the people are really tender and special people. So there's so much love there. The earth has so much love there for everyone living there. It's like you chose each other. It's like there's special stones or rocks there too that you can connect in with that will remind you of your essence. They say that, I'm hearing they're kind of all over that area. They're very like, it senses like, kind of almost like the stones I have from the Grand Canyon. I don't know if I have any in here. Like grounding and supporting and just like this old wise energy. So it was saying sort of around the name that there was this agreement with the people that founded that area with God, like this Christ God energy, but they weren't necessarily in a open to everyone energy when it was formed. So you still feel some of that. Yeah, and I'm hearing like it's really a good idea to take care of some of the older people there, who have been there for a long, long time. Sounds like in caring for them, it's opens, opens more of a connection to the establishment or something of that area, but like in a positive way, like a very nurturing way. Yeah, because as you nurture the people in these environments, you'll nurture yourselves too. Sounds like there'd be a lot to gain from that sort of nurturing of people. I don't know what things are coming forward there in that regard, but it's just what I'm hearing. And with babies. That's interesting, right? It's like with babies and with older people. It's almost like the older people that are getting ready to pass or transition. It's like if they can transition in a nurturing space, it's like more nurturing to babies coming in, like that cycle. I'm hearing to play with sound there as well. Sound is really, it's like it's accentuated in some way, the sound. It's like crystal bowls or sound bowls or frequency energies, these, yeah. And to kind of just play with some of that. It's positive, very positive to do that there. And it's like accentuated there. Trust why you were drawn there. I'm hearing it's a fun place to visit. People they're like, hey, we're like a great place to visit. So it's funny. I'm just asking what it wants to share, what else it wants to share with us. Yeah, and there's a lot of amazing experiences and things to see and do there. So Okay, I'm conscious of the time. It's like a long time now. So anyway, thank you for asking that question. I would love to hear other questions that people have, other things, the records you'd like for me to open and what questions you have. I've done that with actually the virus. I've done it with God and Jesus and a lot of different crystals. And again, on private sessions, I do that with people. And I've done these sessions with opening up the records of humanity. So all that's really fun for me. And I appreciate you checking out my channel. I appreciate you sharing it. There's definitely more to come. I'm being told, okay, this is Herkimer Diamond, Moonstone. These are really amazing beads that I got drawn to put on a little while ago. It's like AURO or something. They're found a lot of different places. They have a lot of amazing benefits, and fertility is one of them. And for women right now, there's a lot of different things going on, and so I felt drawn to put that on. And then these have some different pieces. This is a piece of citrine from South Africa. And a friend of mine gave me this I did a channeling with this. And that's one of the seeds inside. And this is a cross. The original cross was all equal. And when you do muscle testing, the equal cross, you're very strong. But when you do the muscle testing with an offset cross, it weakens you. The original cross was equal. I'll leave you with that. All right. Take care. Blessings and love. And until next time.